What? Hello everyone, I'm your average bonehead, Jay. As many people should know by now, Disney, for undisclosed and definitely non-homophobic reasons, cut down the third season of The Owl House to only consisting of 3 45-minute specials, aka 6 episodes. And we just got the first one thanks to them. And ooh boy, let me tell you about this one. It broke me. I thought King's Tide was amazing. This one left me shattered. So let's get right into it. The episode kicks off where King's Tide left off, with King sacrificing himself to Enzo Gabriel and making it so that Luce, Amity, Willow, Gus, and Hunter can get through the portal, back to the human realm. And Luce's first course of action is reuniting with her mother Camilla, as well as her adopted shape-shifting slug sister V, as well as the well-placed amphibia joke. Camilla, of course, lets the Hex Squad stay, and to show their gratitude, the kids help her around the house. Meanwhile, with Luce, oh boy, this is gonna be one of those episodes that actually tries to attack us, isn't it? Luce and Hunter discuss about their dark secrets, with Luce accidentally helping Philip find Enzo Gabriel, and with Hunter being a grim walker of a witch hunter, and how they're not ready to tell those secrets to the ones they care about. The others explain to Camilla and V everything that happened so far, that they know, but Camilla states that they will be able to find a way home eventually, but for now, they are safe here. Or are they? Oh no! We get more of Hunter and Gus just being brothers, some hilarious needless destruction by Willow and Amity trying to protect V from an alarm clock, and Camilla confirming to Luce that she shouldn't have to worry about the events of yesterday's lie, as Luce vows to get her friends home. We get a cool montage that shows all the character development, shenanigans, changes, ship teasing, and trial and error of trying to get a new portal opened. And I think many people can agree these all would have made for fantastic episodes had the show not been cut. But oh well, I'm sure Disney had a completely justified reason for cutting the show so short. Am I right? Also Vivian reference.
I am a flaming Moltres!
The montage ends with Luce once again seeing that glyphs just do not work in the human realm without any source of Titan's blood. And also, her palisman egg has yet to hatch. And with her going back to school, we get our title card. The episode truly begins with the Hex Squad trying to learn Spanish from a creepy bird app that's definitely referencing something, but Amity suggests while Camilla is out picking up Luce from school that they become more proactive and go into town by themselves to actually find a way home, as it's been months now and they're starting to feel bad for staying so long. But then Amity trips into a small hole that Flapjack was digging out.
It's a sign! We're doomed!
Revealing a MacGuffin. Not wanting to put any more stress onto Luce, who already feels responsible for everything that's going on, the Hex Squad decides that they're going to solve this puzzle on their own and then tell Luce whether or not they got any answers from it. Meanwhile, in class, Luce rants about a character in a book the class is reading, that even though the character was ultimately a hero, he ultimately just caused problems for everyone around him, and that they'd all be better off if he just never existed. Which, if you're paying attention, Luce is using this to vent about herself, so what she's really saying is that everyone would be better off if she never existed. On the way back from school, Luce and Camilla pass by a car accident that was caused by a deer. Right. She's getting stronger. That evening, we see more of Gus and Hunter being precious brothers, but while sewing, Hunter accidentally stabs through his finger. Oh, I'm sure this will definitely not come into play later. It's just a little funny gag. Am I right? Please tell me I'm right. But overall, it's just really good to see Hunter being happy, and I'm positive this will last. Right? The two at first discuss about what they've lost.
I miss my dad.
We'll find a way back.
But they managed to drown out their sorrows by joining a fandom. And how convenient that one of the characters in the book Gus was reading happens to also be a clone of somebody. But that doesn't matter because now these two are nerds. On a side note, I really like how Camilla's handling all of this. She has to take care of 6 kids at the moment, all by herself due to the fact that when Luce was little, her husband went kaput. And this is just all the proof I need to show that she really is a good mother. Yeah, for reasons I cannot explain, parts of the fandom really thought she was a bad mother after yesterday's lie. I don't get it. The point of her being a good mother is further proven in a dream sequence she has where we get a flashback to Luce when she was little, and how she actually did like all the weird, fun, quirky stuff Luce used to do, and how she would be really protective of her, not wanting to let other people break Luce's spirit. It wasn't until she was pressured by the school due to Luce's over-eccentric imagination causing problems at the school that she was basically forced into having to rethink everything and send Luce away to summer camp, which kickstarted the whole series. This dream turned to nightmare is soon interrupted when Luce shows up, still feeling responsible for every horrible thing that has happened on the Boiling Isles, and why her friends are all trapped in the human realm. Camilla once again shows off her great parenting and reiterating to Luce that she shouldn't have to worry and that this isn't her fault. Luce asks if she can sleep with her tonight, and Camilla accepts. What a wholesome scene. Oh god. The next morning, the Hex Squad gets ready to go explore town by themselves, and we get to see how lovably dumb Hunter and Gus are when you put them in a room together.
This was written in the 90s about the year 2008.
Yeah, can't wait for that New Year's party.
Also, we get this.
Please change.
Don't listen to her.
These two have the relationship that when they inevitably start dating, everyone around them is going to be asking, wait, you weren't already? Hunter stays behind, and after some more ship teasing, look, Lumidee's canon, I gotta have something to strive for. Hunter admits that he's really happy of who he is right now. Then he and Flapjack notice some weird goop on the ground, and oh my. After some more hilarious shenanigans, and a Little Witch Academia reference I couldn't possibly ignore, and more proof that they obviously know Hunter has some major connections with Philip, the kids are still left without any answers. Seeing how much her new friends missed her home, V finally suggests one more place they could look. The Gravesfield Historical Society, which is a scary place for V to go since it's connected to some of her trauma. Not the most she's experienced, but definitely some of it. Luckily, Jacob got fired and possibly arrested for altering the exhibits, so now the place is under new management, and one of V's old friends, Masha, is currently working there part-time, who doesn't recognize V because they don't know she's a shapeshifter or about her new form. Also, how the hell did this cracked ship become canon? I mean, I'm not complaining. I just would have liked to be informed, that's all. They're able to decipher part of the code, which allows the others to figure out that it's actually a map to a source of Titan's blood. I also love this part where V wonders if they've been friends for so long, but they acknowledge how turbulent their relationship has been, but how it's only gotten better recently, and how many good memories they've made, that all would have made for great episodes. Where's my goddamn beach episode, Disney? Meanwhile, Luce still believes that she is to blame for everything. She really has to stop this. It's not healthy. But also, it turns out her fireglyph is working, letting her know that there might be a source of Titan's blood nearby, which we as an audience already know. Meanwhile, with Hunter, he's starting to hear voices. And then he makes the damned promise.
Don't worry, Flap. If Bellows is really here, I'll keep you safe.
You really are evil. Hunter tells Luce that he thinks Bellows is back, and now donning masks, they quickly head to the old house, with Hunter donning his classic Golden Guard persona for a second there, except this time for the good side.
Alright, Bellows. What's about to happen should be relatively painless, if you just do what we say.
But ultimately, it turns out that no one's home. Luce says it's okay though, and states that she just wants to make sure that the people in her family are protected. And that includes Hunter. And he starts crying tears of joy knowing that he is part of a proper family. So they leave saying that Bellows is gone and... oh god. Oh lord. Back home, the others are getting their Halloween costumes ready, as during the town's Halloween celebration, that is when the Hex Squad will tell Luce about the Titan's blood.
I could be the Hecate to your Azura.
All while watching a nice episode of foreshadowing.
It was for the greater good. We'll never forgive you. Never!
That night, Luce makes a video diary, still stating that she feels guilty for everything that happens and that everyone should hate her because of it.
And put everyone in danger. Mama says I have to learn from my mistakes.
She ends it by ominously saying that there's something she has to do. The next day. It is now Halloween. The Hex Squad reiterates that they're going to tell Luce about Titan's blood when the time is right, but Hunter is also still hearing Bellows' voice. Oh well, I'm sure it's absolutely nothing. Alright, I'm gonna have to play this clip.
Fire when ready.
The kids try to enjoy themselves for the night, and Gus even gets to show off his illusion magic to everyone, with them all thinking that it was part of the show. Except for Jacob, who tries to expose Gus. How'd he get out of prison? Oh well, he's being sent back there anyways. They then go on a hayride where they learn the story of Caleb and Philip. The two brothers were raised as witch hunters, until Caleb fell in love with a witch from the Boiling Isles named Evelyn, and Philip, still hating witches, went and basically killed his brother as revenge. And based on the obvious visual clues that we're getting, we can all confirm that Evelyn is a direct ancestor to Ida and Lilith, which would explain why the portal door was so close to their house, and that Evelyn made Flapjack as a gift for Caleb, which explains why Flapjack is so connected to Hunter. Or, to put this in much more simpler terms,
Sounds like Big Bro got a hot witch girlfriend and Lil Bro got upset.
couldn't have said it better myself. Hunter still hears Philip and has no choice but to tell Luce about the Titan's blood that they were going to surprise her with because he needs her help.
Titan blood? Puzzles? Amity?
Well,
He tells Flapjack to get the map, which all but confirms Philip is possessing Hunter,
I'll say that again. Get Rebish.
and I just got bingo. While that's happening, Camilla accidentally stumbles across Luce's video diaries, and we get to see a bit more of Luce growing up. Why they moved to Gravesfield, why she's so obsessed with Azora being the last thing her father left her, and her preparing to do the stunt that would kickstart the entire series. She also sees that Luce intends to stay in the human realm forever as to not hurt anyone ever again, permanently saying goodbye to all of her friends. But it doesn't seem like Camilla wants that. Back with Luce and Hunter, Hunter becomes more restless and runs off, leaving Luce behind. But Luce is soon able to find him by remembering that her glyphs will get stronger the closer she is to Titan's blood. And Camilla, V, Amity, Willow, and Gus are right on their trail. She follows Hunter to a flooded graveyard where he is acting anything but normal, and this is all confirmed to Luce when she sees Flapjack hiding.
Didn't you use an ice glyph to get here?
Yep, Philip possessed Hunter and found the Titan's blood. And despite having the power to fight back, Luce refuses to as she does not want to hurt Hunter. And with everyone now showing up, Philip drops the bombshell.
You're so desperate to help people. You even helped me meet the Collector.
What?
Then they find a few extra nickels under the sofa cushions for the animators as we get a beautifully animated sequence where Amity, Gus, Willow, and even V all try to fight off Philip.
Hang tight, Hunter.
I love it when the show bumps up the animation for the important moments, mainly because it makes me dream of an Owl House movie. But we all know we ain't ever gonna get that. Am I right, Disney? They all ultimately fail, however, and even Luce can't fully get through to Hunter. And then when Flapjack tries to stop him, Philip takes things just a step too far.
Goodbye, Evelyn.
Luckily, Hunter is able to temporarily break free from Philip's control, and after finally telling him off, throws the Titan's blood into the water, causing Philip to have them both jump in after it, but then Camilla comes in clutch and jumps into the water and saves Hunter. Thank God for those mother instincts. But Philip is now able to fully take form again, at least only his beast form, as he uses the Titan's blood to reopen a portal back to the demon realm. Most likely to finish the job and get revenge on Enzo Gabriel, and he is still fully convinced that he is in the right.
This is for the good of your souls. You'll thank me later.
God damn, what a villain. And so Flapjack, having served his purpose as a guide for Hunter, sacrifices himself so the boy can live one more time.
Is everyone else okay?
Actually, Flapjack.
Don't. I already know.
Now, I've already seen people hate on this wonderfully sad scene because they say Flapjack's death shouldn't have happened and that it's somehow offensive because Flapjack was basically like Hunter's service animal. And I have to question if these people actually understand what storytelling and symbolism actually is. As I previously stated, Flapjack's purpose was to guide Hunter, help him through this world to find his place and people he can call friends. And now that Hunter's found that, Flapjack has fulfilled his purpose. Plus, I also don't think Flapjack's actually dead. If Hollow Mind is anything to go off of, Flapjack's basically part of Hunter now, meaning there is a good chance we might see him again. But bottom line, I don't want to hear any more complaints on this scene. This is almost as stupid as when people were complaining that show is offensive because Bellows is a genocidal dictator. Gee, it's almost like he's the bad guy. Also, let's be real, we all saw this coming the millisecond these two started bonding at the ending of Hunting Palisman. Luz finally admits to all of them that she's technically responsible for Philip knowing about Enzo Gabriel, which resulted in putting all of them in danger, and how she's ready to go fight them on her own. But of course none of them care about that and are ready to go help her fight them.
I couldn't hate you, Luz. The fact that you still stand up for us means enough to me.
And I already know everyone praises this show for Last Jediing our expectations in ways that we still all kind of see coming but love either way. But I really love how both Luz and Hunter's fears about their secrets being discovered were completely overblown and how no one actually cares. Yeah, so what if you accidentally helped Philip? They all know he manipulates people, and if not you, it would have been someone else either way. It did not matter. You still fight to help the ones you love and other innocent people. That's all that matters. And with Hunter, so what? You're a clone of a witch hunter. But you aren't. You are still your own person. That's what really matters. It's just nice. So, one by one, they all head back to the Boiling Isles, which we can only assume by now looks like Enzo Gabriel's new playground. And the only minor complaint I have is it kind of sucks that V isn't going with them. I mean, witches of the Boiling Isles are scared of basilisks, so it kind of would have been nice for them to see one ultimately end up saving them. But oh well, one can dream. We all know she's gonna come in clutch for the finale anyways. However, I do love that Camilla's going into the Demon Realm, which actually means someone calling the Collector Enzo Gabriel actually could be canon now. Please, I beg of you, make it happen. So, re-equipping her witch hat with a beautiful rendition of the show's credits theme playing in the background.
A good witch always has to have her hat.
Luz and Camilla head into the Boiling Isles as the portal closes behind them. And then we get this.
Shoot! Camila still has the car keys!
I love you, V. And the episode ends on that note. And during the credits, we get a bunch of pictures that once again would have made for amazing episodes had the show not been cancelled for definitely non-homophobic reasons by Disney. It seems today that all you see is violence in movies and crying on TV. But where are those good old-fashioned values on which we used to rely? Holy ravioli! That was one banger of an episode. I think that probably might be my new favorite episode. For having to squeeze a third of a season into 45 minutes, this episode feels perfectly paced with just the right development for almost every character, and I love it. There were just so many little details in this episode that I had to skip over. It's just that tightly compact. There is very little wrong with this episode or the show, and I highly recommend it. Of course, obviously, I don't recommend this episode as a starting episode. Makes sense, considering it's a finale. But watch it. You must watch it. Watch the show and watch this episode. Do it. This is an amazing episode, and The Owl House is an amazing show that ultimately deserved better. So, I'll see you all with a review of the next episode in January.
If you'll excuse me.
I have a garden to happily wait in.
Under the endless sky.
But anyways, I'm your average bonehead Jay, and I wish you all good night.